As creatives, it feels like you're playing a game of hide and seek when it comes to turning your ideas into reality. Many of us have this thing where it's just stuck in our minds and we have this brilliant idea that we know is going to be the bomb, is going to change people, is going to change lives, is going to change your own life. But it's just stuck in your head. It's just stuck in your head and you're wondering how you're going to go about it, translating it from what's in your head into reality. Often it feels like you're chasing the wind or you're trying to capture smoke in your hand. Trust me, I've been there and I know dozens of creatives that have gone through the same thing. I'm going on a journey where I'm documenting what it's like to turn your ideas into reality or turn your ideas into products to help creatives to execute basically. Now, it is one thing to even turn your idea into a product. It is another thing to monetize your creativity or to monetize your passion. That is where you'll find creatives even struggling even more. I have spent 15 years of my life or more building a creative career. It has been like this. Undulating highs and lows. I've stumbled, I've failed, but I've had so many highs and I've had so many highs, I've had so many wins, I won't even lie. And I've enjoyed the journey. I've launched businesses, too many to count. I've launched brands, I've launched so many things. I've worked with some of the most talented people on the continent of Africa. I've been privileged to help other clients launch their brands, work alongside them to run campaigns. It has been beautiful. Along the line, I started a community. We launched a community called Campfyre. At Campfyre, where we were hosting creative entrepreneurs, successful ones, to just come and share the stories of their journey to success. We were getting kind of like the same questions, and I started to group these questions, and I realized they pointed to 5 things. And I just started to document them and try to answer. These questions were also personal, but questions that came from aspiring creatives or creatives who just felt lost or they were wondering how to go about the next stage of their journey or their career or their business. So I grouped them and started documenting them and I started attempting to answer them. And I'm going to share more about that, And I'm calling it the creative's journey to building your empire from scratch. Okay, so to be honest, that's a book that eventually, it turned from me just trying to document the answers to these questions and it just became a book. I see it as a journey. I started to write. Before I knew, I was trying to answer my 15-year-old self, that 18-year-old boy who was wondering what to do with all the ideas he had, how to turn it into reality, and also how to make a living from it. That's what this book is about. That's just, by the way, just pay attention with. While I was thinking about that, I eventually just said, okay, I've been writing for some time now. Let me turn it into a book. I launched the book. I launched the wait list, and then a group of my friends, Ugo, Rufus, and someone I just met recently, Chief, they started a 90-day content challenge, and it was just perfect for me because I was just thinking about how I'll create content regularly. And then they launched this community where I forced my way into. I was probably one of the last to register, and I was so excited about it because now I have a community, which is also one of my points in the framework I created. I have a community of people who will encourage me to create content consistently. So shout out to Rufus, shout out to Ugo, shout out to Chief. I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to do at the end of these 90 days. It's going to be beautiful. So if you're watching this video, today is the 2nd of September, and for me, this is day 1 of my 90-day challenge. I'll be posting content every day across my social media platforms, except for Sunday, which for me is the Lord's Day. I get to go to church and teach in church, but I also rest. I love to rest. I would like to rest after that. So for 5 to 6 days a week, I'll be posting content regularly. Also, I'm launching a lot of things. I want to use this medium to also talk to people who have been following me, who now see that I've been doing fireworks, and I launched Campfyre, then I launched the Jesse Dainsuf company, and now I'm back to Campfyre. Now, yes, I'm rebranded, and for me, Campfyre is going to be my creative legacy. It is going to be something I want to leave behind because I have this ambition to help 1 billion creatives make a living what they love. Not just a living, to make impact, to make a life, right? Because you cannot gain the whole world and lose your soul. So Campfyre for me is going to be a community of creative by creatives, helping creatives make a living and make impact while they are doing what they love. Now I'm going to share with you the 5 C's framework I came up with. Remember I told you I gathered all these questions that I was getting at our events, but also people I mentor, my colleagues, people that mentor me as well. I just gathered them and I'm attempting something to answer them. Okay, also, I intend that by the end of these 90 days, I will build Campfyre, which is now a business on its own, into a thriving business. And I'll be building a community around it as well. And I'll be resourcing them with as much resources as possible. Tautology, I know. But yeah, so I'm going to share the 5 C's quickly, the 5 framework, or the 5 C's, I don't know, the framework I came up with. The first thing I notice creatives struggle with, they ask these questions. They are struggling with their purpose, their mission, they are struggling with their why. And for me, the first C is clarity. Every creative must understand their why, their purpose, their mission. They must understand why they are doing what they are doing. If not, you just end up lost, because every creative I know that is thriving, wherever they find themselves, they have a clear sense of purpose. They have a clear sense of why. You must be clear about why you're doing what you're doing, where you're going to. If you're not clear about it, you'll end up just looking over your shoulder and you're comparing yourself to others, and then you find yourself competing, and then it will lead to burnout, and it will lead to you feeling lost. Every creative must find themselves first before you even start creating content. So for me, this 90-day content is a way to boost what is already deep within me. I know my why. I want to help 1 billion creatives. Every other person, because if you're going to just do this challenge and you don't know your why, trust me, before it gets to 5 days, you're going to start having burnout. So you need to have a strong sense of why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Where am I going to? That is your compass. That is your North Star. Every creative must have that before you start creating content. So the second C in my framework is content. You must be able to document your journey and to tell your story. As simple as that. Content creation is not necessarily about just creating something beautiful or aesthetically beautiful. Think about it. How do I tell stories that's going to impact somebody? How do I document the journey I'm on right now? I think if you're clear about your why, if you have clarity, content won't be hard to make. So often creatives have burnout because they say nobody's watching my content, nobody's doing anything, You need to deal with clarity. Once you're clear about your North Star, where you're going to, why you're doing what you're doing, second thing, you will know the kind of stories you want to tell. And then which leads to the third C. You will know the kind of content you need to tell to your community. Community is the third C in the framework. You need to know who your tribe is. Who is my ideal audience? Who is going to benefit the most from the story I'm telling or the problem I'm trying to solve? You need to be clear about these things. And once you discover who your tribe is, you serve them content. You give and give and give. And then you try and build a village. Listen, I need more of us creatives to stop competing and start collaborating. Yes, we need to stop competing and we need to start collaborating. One of the most beautiful things that I love about modern day social media is I see somebody create content for instance, as I'm shooting this video, there's a song that is trending on TikTok, which is a group of secondary school students that are just singing an a cappella song. A DJ/producer somewhere in another country, I never checked where he's from, remixed it, added beats to it, and then there's a dance challenge that is trending, and we have this beautiful clash of creative collaboration that is going on. Imagine if you keep hoarding, you never know what's going to come out of it. Actually, community will now lead to collaboration, which is the fourth C, right? I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah. So which will lead to collaborations. We need to stop competing. We need to start collaborating. We need to stop competing. We need to start collaborating even more. When you have these 4 things set, clarity, you understand and know your why, your purpose, and your mission. You know the story you want to tell. You know the kind of content you're going to make, written, audio, visual, video. You know the kind of content you're going to tell, the kind of stories you're going to tell, right? Then you know who your ideal customer / client / audience is, which is your tribe. You know who they are, right? Then you need to turn your tribe into a village, create a community of people who are helping each other, like, Rufus, Ugo, and Chief are doing right now in the 90-day content challenge, right? And the fourth one is collaboration. You need to be able to reach people partner with people so that you amplify what you're creating, which now leads to the fifth one, which is something that creatives struggle with. It's called commerce. Commerce, which, see, money is a sensitive topic for us creatives. We cringe at the idea of discussing it. Many of us have to learn how to price our creativity. My goodness, it's troubling for many of us. And if you're going to not be a starving artist, if you're not going to be a starving creative, you need to be able to monetize it. You need to change your mindset about money. Think of money as a means to help you be more creative. You know, I talk about this more in the book. I hope I'm not sounding too salesy, but I'm so excited about the book and I can't wait to share it. So the five C's again: clarity, content, community, collaboration, and commerce. If you have these things, you're able to build, I believe, your business empire, your creative empire in the next 90 days. Commerce, okay, not just knowing about money, you need to know what you're selling. You need to know how to price it. What problem am I solving for my audience with my creativity? Do you know people will reward you financially if you're solving their problem? I'm telling you, money is not a problem for creatives if you're able to find solutions to their problems with your passion or your creativity. For now, that's that. Thank you for going with me on this journey. I'm looking forward to seeing what I'll continue creating. And welcome to Campfyre. Let's go on this creative journey together. And speaking about the book is going to be launching on Friday, October 25th, 2024. I'm launching the Creatives Journal alongside it, which is kind of like a companion guide, which will be a journal and workbook. And I'm also releasing the Creatives MBA, which is going to be a course for people who want, you know, to put kind of like for me to hold their hands through the journey, through their creative journey, so to speak. The Creatives Journey book, the Creatives Journal, the Creatives MBA. Listen, I'm really excited about this. If you want to know more about this, on the link below, there's going to be a waiting list that you can join, and you'll be hearing more about me. So every day, join me as we build your creative empire together. My name is Jesse Dainsuf. I'm signing out. God bless you. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Please, if there's anything you want to know about the 5 C's or anything I just mentioned, tell me in the comment section. I'm really happy to help.